Hey lads and lasses. Oh, I've got to drop that door. Welcome to another episode of Smackin Steel and Talking Shit. Today, as the title suggests, we're going to be building a Karambit. Cameras that we're going to be making a Karambit out of this, and you can see it's not really like that bend has to be straightened out. The first job is just going to be straightening the whole thing, make it flat, and then we're just going to widen that ring up a little bit. Draw out this part because that's a bit thick for a blade, and then we're gonna shape it into a blade after the video because I don't like grinding on video because all you'll hear is so. Phone is probably going to overheat and cut out midstream because it's very hot again today. There is absolutely no wind right now in Warwick at all. I was about to look at my watch to try and get the temperature. That's not going to work, but it's very hot. Anyway, so we're going to heat this up. And while I'm at it, I'm also going to work on this bad boy here. I finally did it. I finally got around to hammering down the material for a drift so I can finally build that blacksmith's hammer. But for now, we'll work on the Karambit. And I'll get forge fired up. And hopefully a breeze comes through because it is stinking hot right now. It's good though. It's not like, because it didn't matter if you're in the shade, it didn't matter if you were out in the sun, it was pretty much the same heat everywhere. Obviously the shade was slightly better, but because the humidity was there. There's no humidity here, which is both a blessing and a curse. But yeah, so I'm just gonna heat that up and hopefully the phone doesn't cut out during the stream. I'm going to be constantly constantly hydrating because yeah, it's hot in the shed. There's no air circulation anywhere. Doesn't matter if you're outside or inside today. It's hot everywhere. We've got our tongs that we fixed last stream, and these are probably the ones I'm going to be using the whole time. I'll chuck that in there. And I mean, while we're at it, look, this thing's pretty much nearly ready to go straight into a drift. Just needs to be straightened and evened up a little bit. But have a look at this. I'm quite proud of this. If I just pop that in there, my idea is I may as well just heat up this whole piece and just drift it through, and that should take the shape. Because this metal here for the hammerhead not being heated won't be soft at all. And this will be a crap ton softer, so I'm thinking that's what we'll do. So I may as well chuck it in there to heat it up as well. That's the plan. Whether the plan works or not, yet to be seen, but we'll see how we go. So I can balance long pieces of steel. Check this shit out. Not only do I have a blacksmith blade, it swivels out. Look at that. So I don't need it right now, but the option is there. So, like I said, we're going to get this flattened out, which is real easy. So twice before, I did try to make a Karambit once, and it went horrendously. That relatively straight. We'll heat up the eye, and then I'm going to chuck it over the horn on the back, and then just hammer around it, make it a bit wider, a bit flatter, and try and take out those grooves that are in there, because they don't feel nice on your finger when you spin around. This is really just going to be a fidget toy. Like, it's not going to be anywhere near functional. I just sit there and spin it around. Good for your finger dexterity. Fuck, it's hot. I know I normally don't say the F word on stream, but today is warranted. Not a sponsor, by the way. I wasn't trying to show off I have a Yeti bottle. I was trying to show off I have a big water bottle. and you should have a big water bottle too. Don't care about brands, just have a big water bottle because you never know when you're going to need the extra water. Alright, so like I said, just chuck them over the line. That's already starting to form real nice. Camera. That's the scariest shit I've ever done. Literally have a piece of metal flying through the air that's about 600 degrees Celsius. Okay. Maybe it's don't know if you saw that, but I just hit a piece of metal and it went zoop, up into the air and I had no idea where it went, so I kind of just took cover. Message retracted. What were you saying, Doctor? What were you saying? I'm sweating bullet. Yeah, we'll pivot this camera a little bit because you're not getting the whole workstation there. Hey, how you going? Lukic, is it Lukic or Lukic or? Just sound out how I say your name. I don't want to say it wrong. That's enough. Nice glowing steel. Alright, not doing what we did just before. It's going to see if it's wide enough for my finger. Yeah, a little bit wider, I reckon. Keep it moving, otherwise it'll get weird flat spots. But the ring's nearly done, so now it's just a matter of tapering out the blade. Probably need one more heat, I reckon, and then we'll continue on. But yeah, so what did everyone get up to for their weekend? Happy Australia Day for those of you who celebrate it too. I'm not big on the whole date thing. Like, I used to celebrate Australia Day, but it's become far too politicised now, so I kind of wake up and go, oh, it's Australia Day, I don't really do anything for it anymore, because what's the point? Half the people that are like, yeah, are like, not people you want to be friends with, and half the people that are like, no, are also not people you want to be friends with. And the rest of them that you do want to be friends with are doing the exact same thing as you. They're just chilling out and like minding their own business. So that's what I do. But we're not going to get political here unless we want to. Because these streams are all about talking shit. Actually, we could get political then. Oh, the world. and a kneeling heat. Because at the moment I don't really feel like pulling out the big hammer. Yeah. That's the thing about the heat down here. You don't sweat nearly as much as you would in North Queensland. Again, because it's dry. It's hot, but your sweat actually somewhat works to cool you down. North Queensland doesn't take very long in summer, and people who live in North Queensland would know. It doesn't take very long in summer to sweat and start feeling ill because you're sweating. So. Also, might have seen from my post last night on YouTube, the gambrel, I've made it. So this supports 140 kilos, and my brother told me that's the normal weight of some of the deer he gets are about 140 kilos. So the gambrel supports it. So I put 50 kilos of weights on it. I'm 90 kilos, and I just sat on the weights on a point that was set up for a punching bag. But honestly, the anchor for the punching bag sounded like it was going to come out of the wall. That thing didn't make any noise when I put weight on it, which is good. It means my welds work. And I've always said my welds look terrible, but they hold, which I suppose is the important part. So I'm going to let that cool down. All I want to do is just straighten out that edge. So I'm going to let that one cool down. That drift's nearly finished glowing. So my idea is let this cool down and see where it feels like it's normal in my hand. So once it stops glowing, I will dunk it in water. So that way I'm not affecting any of the crystalline properties. I don't know how to say that word, but see how it fits in the hand, so then I can see where I need the blade to taper and bend, and then put the bend in the blade and then taper it from there. Or maybe taper it. Make more sense to do it the other way around, wouldn't it? Yeah, so let that one cool down. And I don't know if that was wind or if that was the car. That's the next thing I need to build, is there's like a whole pile of tools that I use for the forge right there. And honestly, I'm running out of space at the moment. Alright, so I'll let that heat back up. Switch to the big hammer. Now, does at the moment. Just needs to be cleaned up an awful lot, and yeah, I'm thinking I might just give it a bit more of a sweat my eye there. Might get a bit more of a nice transition on it, nice taper, and then we'll push it through here to get it pretty much where we want it. Stopped going, so we'll pump it in the water bucket. Let it cool down. There's probably like chemical properties I need to learn about the different types of steel I'm using. Couldn't be bothered. So no, I will eventually one day. Just not now. I'm having fun with it now. So basically I look at one of those things about, this is how you should heat treat liquid nitrogen and compressed frozen air from the mountains of Winterfell, I don't know, but it's a lot of words. Too bad I ain't reading them. Hold on. Well, that's a lot of words. Too bad I ain't reading them. Means. Anyway. Get this bad boy going. This, basically, when I did the stream last time, I thought, may as well keep doing this, and it's a bloody heavy thing to hit. I'm putting a lot of force in that downstroke, and it's barely moving the steel, but advantage being, I did anneal it properly, which was a win. Yay me. I wasn't sure if I annealed it properly until I started hitting it and realised, ow, actually that's like moving really a lot easier than I thought it would. I just want to make sure it doesn't flare out too much on the sides. I'm sweating that. Oh, yeah. I know I said the phone might overheat this stream, but I think I'm going to overheat first. And you'll probably ask, why don't you open the door to let air in? There's no wind. So, like, the window where the wind is coming from is open and there's no air circulation whatsoever. It's just hot. But it's Queensland, it's summer, it's supposed to be hot, so don't know what I expected. Okay, just type either Y or N in the chat. Should I just say bugger it, faffo, and just punch it straight through the eye of the hammer? Reference. That's the punch I'm making for this. If I should just push it straight through there, just type Y. If you have blacksmithing experience and you think it's a good idea, definitely say that. Or if you have blacksmithing experience and don't think it's a good idea, also say that, but tell me what I should do instead. Don't say hammer the metal ball. Because I got a long sleeve shirt, I might actually take this apron off. Because that's, oh yeah, it's hot. I refuse though. I refuse to take my glasses off. But yeah, what's everyone doing for their Australia Day? Went to the range this morning, first time in a while, and my targets also agreed with that statement. So what happens when you haven't been for a while? So I'm thinking you might do. Well, this is probably going to suck a little bit. Yeah, you know what? There's one way to find out. That's an advantage of that. It's shown me, you see those little bright silvery spots? Show me exactly where I need to lessen the thickness. So I'll have to put it on an angle. I don't know if you can see all the sweat that is on my glasses right now. You can't. It is everywhere. I think I might get to like 40 minutes and call it. Woo. Karambit, whatever you want to call it. That's our little piece of metal there, so I don't particularly like that ring. So that ring needs to be bent forward, and it's not really much of a ring, is it? I don't have quite the shape that I want, but about 2 inches on the bottom, just back from the start of that little cutout where the name brand and everything goes. That's where it should start tapering. This group, because that hammer is on an urgent project, that can wait until the day when it's on its bloody on. We'll just do the Karambit for now, because it's too hot to be doing a drift. Far too warm. Oh yeah, so I've got the blacksmith oil made up, which is handy. I haven't really used it yet because I haven't been working on any like long projects, but everything else is going pretty well. I suppose there's probably no one on stream because, yeah, Australia Day. Everyone's out doing Sunday sessions and stuff. Sick invite. I'm taking the dogs to the dog park. There'll probably be something on there. So they had a Christmas party at the dog park, which was pretty cool. Impromptu Christmas party. I didn't know. I just rocked up, and then all of a sudden there's drinks and barbecue and everything. Didn't have to pay for anything. Someone just rocked up with a couple of cartons of alcohol and a barbecue, and just started cooking everyone food and handing out drinks. And yes, the drinks were cold. I think that was like, it's going to be the funniest looking Karambit ever made, honestly. That's a disadvantage to working with small steel. It cools down way too quick. Oh, bugger. It's hot. I know I've said that about 20 times, but I just cannot reiterate it enough. It is bloody hot. I don't know if you can see how much I'm sweating. I'm sweating. Yeah, this has sealed the deal for me. I am putting a fan in the shed because this is terrible. At least air circulation would be nice, but what else can I show you? I was thinking that could be another one of my projects later on as like a spearhead. That'd be cool. Because I always wanted a spear. Now I've got the materials to actually make one, so why not? Yeah, quick that cools down. Count in. Alright, so this Karambit's going to have a really thin blade. I'm going to start using my other sleeve. But yeah. I always pick the worst days for it. I think there was one day there, I was going to stream, and it was, we had 3 storms come through on the same day. and the rain. Oh, that's hot. Ow. My goodness, you should have heard the rain on the shed roof. I came in here and like, nah, can't do it. Because it was loud. Like, there's no insulation in this ceiling at all. So there's nothing to stop the heat. There's also nothing to muffle the noise. So when it rains on this shed, you hear it. It's bloody loud. Oh, I'll put on another guitar as well. That would be worthy of the talking shit part of the screen. Hello, Bella. I probably wanted a little bit more thin than that. I'll probably leave it blunt, but if I do want to sharpen it into a blade, it's much easier to do on thinner steel. Because I did make pieces of thumbnail, you probably would have seen it before. That kitchen knife from a mate that I posted to him, and that was from an old lawnmower blade. And yeah, the steel on that was quite thick, so trying to set an edge on that was a lot of grinding, and I don't want to do that again. I'd rather just have something that, like 5-10 minutes with a grinder and it's done. Quick to heat, quick to cool. That's thin steel for you. Yeah, like I said, it's more going to be a fidget toy than anything else. So it's doesn't need to have an especially long blade on it. I was wondering what the little message there. I don't know what gives me a message for the chat. Welcome to live chat. Remember to guard your privacy and abide by our community guidelines. Yeah, so say whatever you want to chat. I don't believe in controversial topics. I reckon that's a load of bull honky. I reckon the reason something is controversial is because no one talks about it. And that's what sets us aside from the barbarians. Instead of fighting over our issues, we talk about. That's the height of civilized society, my friend. It's starting to look more like a straight road. After the stream, I'm going to be working on the guitar stand because I really need to get that done. Truth be told, it's been in the shed too long, and now that I've got another guitar, I have 3 guitars. So it's a 3 guitar stand, and they need to go somewhere. So they're going to go on the guitar stand, but I need to finish it first, which requires woodworking, which traditionally I'm terrible at. So I don't know. We'll see how we go. I'll give it a try. No harm in trying something. Unless it's meth, don't try meth. I really should have gotten a longer spanner. But this is like a little spanner. I honestly, it's been sitting in my scrap pile for ages. I didn't know what to do with it, so I figured, for a stream, that'd be great. We just turn it into a Karambit. And it's nearly done. Like the blank is nearly done. Still needs finishing work on it. So does everything else in my workshop at the moment. Too many projects on the fly. Actually inadvertently created a clip point. Quite happy with that. I didn't mean to do that, but I've made a clip point now. Oh, so with that, that's like a 2.5 inch blade. A pretty big blade if you ask me. Yeah. Some might even say it's a bigger blade than what you need. But again, this is just for something so I can just play around with it in the house. Doesn't necessarily have to be legal because I've got no interest in making that, to be honest. Oh, that's a lie. I said I wanted to make a spear, and they're kind of legal. But I mean, spears are cool. So are Karambits. So I guess my whole point is pretty well moot. Where it bends really easy now, so it needs to be it still needs a bit more of a straight, but that's where we're at. We've got that. It's got like 2.5 inch blade. So now we just need to put a curve along the spine, probably about. I've got to remember how to help now. That needs to be bent back anyway. The ring down the bottom needs to be bent forward. The blade needs to be bent forward, and there needs to be a gentle curve in the spine so it sits in your hand nicely. Which is what I'll do right now. So we'll start with the eye ring, I don't really know what it's called, but we'll start with that. And then once that's done, I hate to love yous and leave yous, but I'm going to have to be that guy because it is, yeah, it's too hot to be doing this right now. I should go back to just doing them at night time, at least it was cool then. Yeah. I am sweating and it's starting to interrupt my work. God forbid you sweat. God forbid. So my plan, is not to heat the ring up, heat the wrong part. There we go. I want to heat just below the ring. About maybe an inch of glowing space. Put that right on the edge of the anvil and just smack the ring and it should just deform. Nice and easy. Gentle taps is the key to success. That's nice and glowing now. So, yeah. And then we're going to hold on to it until it stops going, and then we're going to cool it down, and we're going to, well, after we quench the blade, and then we're going to see how it works. If it works. I'm thinking it will. So, I mean, I made one before, and it, like, the handle was really good, the ring was really good, the blade not so much because I didn't draw it out, I just ground it. And, yeah, it turns out they can turn out pretty shit if you just skip ahead all the steps. Alright. A bit more of a bend there, man. A bit more of a bend there, man. Need a bit more of a bend. Straighten out the whole thing, heat up the blade, quench the blade, cool the thing down so I can hold it in my hands without giving myself instant 30-degree burns. Then, yeah, should be right. Should be right. Finish it up. And that'll be a Karambit made out of an old spanner. Should be pretty cool. So, let's do that. Blade is hot, so we just need ever so gentle, light taps. That didn't quite work. Thin steel. Cools quick, but it heats quick too. Yeah, it wants to turn instead of bending. It's not performing the way I want it to. You know what? We'll give that a go. Straighten that. Because there's always the option to come back and fix it. And that is the beauty of metalwork. That's why I love metalwork. Because if you mess it up, most of the time it's very forgiving. Most of the time. Not all the time, but most of the time. Alright. Tuck that one in there. Clear up that back end. Oh, and yeah, definitely going to end the stream after that because I don't think I've been keeping up on my water intake. I'm losing so many fluids right now. And like, I really want to finish this guitar stand. I'm not going to hang around the shed when it's this hot. Bugger that. Hey bells, bugger that. For a quench. So we'll see what happens after we quench it the first time. It could twist, it could walk, pardon me, it may crack. Who knows? I don't. But we'll see. We'll chuck it in, quench it. Oh, we're happy with that, which I'll continue. warped a little bit. There's like a slight warp along the spine. Easy fix. Easy fix. So, how you can tell it's cool to the touch, well, cool enough to not burn you, is if the water sits nice and slick on it, you can grab it. If it doesn't, don't touch it. Don't touch it at all. Water is your friend. Trust water. Drink water. Water is nice. Water makes up most of your body. Water keeps you alive. Trust water. Water makes soft metal go hard. Water is good. Water is love. Water is life. Hey. Alright, second quench. No twists. Sweet, there's a bit of steam coming off of it. Still quite warm, so I'm going to chuck it back in the water. See how that goes. Turn that off for now. Good, I can hear myself think. Alright. So it needs a clean, but that's it. Karambit. Woo! And actually, that one sits quite well. Like obviously I want to clean up the edge on that a lot. And it's not perfect. It's definitely not. Ooh, but that's the first knife made from scratch. The one out of the lawnmower blade I just cut out. But this one's from scratch. So all I had to do was cut off a piece and then heat it up and hammer it. So you could probably do this in a campfire at home if you wanted a Karambit, but didn't want to go onto eBay to buy one because you'll end up with some Chinese knockoff. If you wanted one made from actual steel, yourself. And that was, what was that? 46 minutes from start to finish, and I was fluff-assing and talking crap half the time for that. So there you go. You can make one in less than 40 minutes. Easy to do. That's a nice, easy project. And it'll teach you some basic stuff and also give you some problems to sort out on your next one. So yeah, which is me because I'm a beginner at this, but yeah. And then the blade thickness, not all that thick, so that should be easy enough to put an edge on and grind it up. And yeah, I kind of deformed a little bit more, but actually this is the silly part, and this happens all the time to me. I'll make a mistake and the mistake will actually end up working in my favor, because although that's not perfectly round, it sits better in my hand and it gives me this nice little flat spot to put my thumb on. Happy mistakes, happy accidents. So we're going to, I just hit myself in the arm. So yeah, it's a bit grippy because of all the scale on it. So I need to get a good wire brush in there and just clean all that out. But there you go. Ooh, it's a Honda. Oh wait, that's mirror, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, it's a Honda. It's a Honda Karambit knife. I don't know if Honda still makes tools, but we all had them. I'm still sweating a lot. So I don't know if you could tell. That's like the only dry spot on my shirt. My back is probably, I can't see my back obviously, but it's probably ruined. Yeah, this is like one of my good shirts too. I don't know why I decided to wear it into the forge. Anyway, so that's Smackin Steel talking shit. I know it's not an hour, and I normally do them for an hour or more, but gee willikers, it is too hot for that today. It's too hot to continue the stream. So let's get you out of that. Yeah, so that's me open window and my cardboard for garden beds. If you've got cardboard that doesn't have plastic on it, save it and use it as a weed mat. It works wonders. And yes, I knew about that before the whole life hacks TikTok thing came out. The annoying stuff. Anyway, I'm a hipster. I did it before it was cool. Anyway, so for those of you who didn't see it earlier, here's the gambrel. So I'll just step back so you can see it. I actually haven't measured it tip to tip. It should be about 600. But that was what we were working on, I think, last week. It's 650. 650 from tip to tip. So all the dimensions I looked up online said 600, so that's pretty darn good. But my brother says he's going to use this for the bigger deer that he gets. And another happy accident is that it's tilted forward like that, which means if you hook them up from this side, it's going to tilt backwards. So to come off, they've got to go backwards and over. Comfortably holds well over 140 kilos, but 140 kilos is what it was tested with. Made no noises, didn't bend. So my idea of putting that thing in there was a good idea. And I should probably look up YouTube videos on how to make stuff from now on, because I'm a bit lost for projects. But that drift needs to be done. Hopefully next live stream is a cooler weekend. But yeah, so cool. I'll see you all in the next one. Thanks for popping by. Yeah, have a good Australia Day, and hopefully keeping cool and hydrated. See you in the next one. Bye. Oh, far out. Fucking hot.